Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here and you're watching the detailed camera review of the new Huawei Y9, the 2019 variant. The Huawei Y9 is the latest mid-range offering and this device comes with a Kirin 710 octa-core chipset. In terms of the camera, the Y9 is a quite a well-equipped camera for the segment with dual camera on the front and the rear panel. It also comes with AI mode for both the cameras and the company claims it can recognize scenes and is trained to see more than 500 scenes types by creating 22 category labels to provide real-time optimization. So let's find out how good it is for the price segment. Let's first have a look at the hardware offered. The Huawei Y9 comes with a dual camera setup, which is a primary 13 megapixel f1.8 camera. There is also a secondary 2 megapixel dedicated depth sensor. It also comes with LED flash included. The front camera on the Y9 is again a dual camera setup with primary 16 megapixel f2.0 camera, which is supported by a 2 megapixel depth sensing camera. Now let's have a look at the photos taken. First, let's have a look at the daylight shots. So looking at the daylight captures, you could see that the Huawei Y9 produces images with good details, but the sharpness levels are not very impressive. The colors looks quite good for the most part, but again when you enable the AI mode, the colors are saturated and are not realistic. This is probably because the EMUI version is still 8.0. The overall clarity of the images looks quite average for the segment it is being offered. The dynamic range is also pretty average on the Huawei Y9. Moving on to the close-up shots. Here again you could see good details, but the sharpness levels are not great. When you zoom into the images, you could see images turned out to be blurry and also noisy. The close-up shots have quite a decent color reproduction. Again, we disabled the AI mode when shooting images. Now moving on to the low light images. Even though the phone has an f1.8 aperture, the low light photography was quite disappointing for this device. The images shot in low light had a lot of noise and details were lacking with poor sharpness levels. But when you enable the night mode, it gives better details and sharpness levels, but again not a class leading by any means. We feel Huawei can do a slightly better job here with updates, especially with the f1.8 aperture. Next, looking at the portrait samples. The dual camera does a decent job and they have come out quite well. The portraits offer good details and sharpness levels are also quite okay. The edge detection in portrait shots is also pretty good for this segment. So this video has been shot using the Huawei Y9 rear facing camera, which is a dual camera setup and which can record videos in 1080p resolution at both 30 and 60 fps. But unfortunately there is no electronic image stabilization offered, nor it supports 4K at this price segment. So this is the video recording taken with the Huawei Y9 and you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the rear camera on the Y9. Finally, the selfie experience. The 16 plus 2 megapixel f2.0 camera on the Huawei Y9 takes good selfies. The skin tones are good and the details in the selfie is also acceptable and they have decent sharpness levels as well. The dynamic range in the selfie is also good. Low light selfie performance and with screen flash is again quite decent. The Y9 also offers portrait mode for selfie camera and here again it is quite good with edge detection with the dual camera setup. So this video has been shot using the front facing camera on the Huawei Y9. It's a dual camera setup which is focused on selfies and this is the video recording. We can record videos in 1080p resolution and there's no electronic image stabilization offered, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front camera on the Huawei Y9 2019 variant. So summing up, how good is the camera on the Huawei Y9? The biggest drawback of the Huawei Y9 is the rear camera performance. The company has given more importance to the selfie camera and it works quite well. But the rear camera is an impressive one for the price segment it is being offered, especially with a lot of new smartphones launched with focus on the camera abilities. Ideally, this device should have launched with Android 9.0 and EMUI 9.0, and that would have definitely given the camera an improvement. So that's it for the camera review of the Huawei Y9. So what do you think about the camera on the Y9? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.